mighty ruler when I'm big.
How old are you?
2.
You will be very big in my lifetime.
Yes. I will live longer than you. That's why, sovereign.
Does the llama teach you?
Yes.
Do you think he is wise?
Yes. Other sovereigns say so. Monks of death.
Are you his guardian?
I can be. You're not here to hurt him, are you?
Of course not.
I would have to bite you.
Please don't. It would be painful.
Yes. Dragon bite. Best bite.
Yeah, it doesn't contain any diseases.
Not dirty. Cold.
Yes, silver. Clouds and cold.
Yes. Silver best. Silver sovereign.
Are only silvers sovereigns?
Yes.
If only. Knowledge, something, sovereign, silver stuff.
Sure. Knowledge history?
Knowledge history. Alright. 25.
Do you have anything related to Crucible?
Yes? Do you want me to roll that one?
Yeah, roll that one. You got an 11. You could change the modifier.
25!
Okay. The Silver Dragons as sovereigns? Well, there was a council of metallic dragons that did rule over parts of Crucible, or considered Crucible their protected place. They normally didn't involve themselves too much in the matters of the other kingdoms, but in the big things they did. This concept of sovereignty might be post Arch Trader Shimmernax's attack on Crucible. This might be this dragon might be a descendant from Crucible.
Are you in contact with the sovereign?
Yes.
We plan on killing Shimmernax.
Big red dragon.
We could use help in that.
But sovereignty busy.
Even too busy to kill the arch traitor.
Yes.
He must be very busy.
Yes. World being swallowed by abyss.
That is bad.
Need help?
Actually, we would like to speak with the sovereign.
I am sovereign. You're speaking to one now. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, such
Seriously.
little minds. Mind you, if it was a 2-year-old human. Boo boo.
Oh,
gaga,
you'd be
boo, boo,
yelling
gaga.
and eating.
Right.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
All right. I have to step away in a couple of minutes to go pick up Jessica from the train station.
No.
The timing is poor.
Perfect. We'll just attack.
No.
Yes. Yes.
There's
come
no
back.
attack. There's no need for the word attack in this setting.
Yes, there
Unless
is.
you're attacking a sandwich
No.
or a pie.
Attacking Bartertown.
You could attack Bartertown. That would be one way to.
With your Centaur Army.
Centaur Army. Centaur Army is pretty cool. The spear slaves or whatever they're called.
Metal tar.
Metal tar.
Okay. So you're going now or in 3
Oh
minutes?
well,
or-
I her train. She gets off the train in 5 minutes, so I'm probably gonna go right now.
Okay.
So. Ha! Oops.
I hate you.
Love you.
Wow. All right, so the Great Lama of Teb inspects the hammer. He makes a few comments about the prophecy in the weavings. Oh yes, it could very well be, says Hustafar. He reaches out and almost touches it. Hustafar is like on edge. He pauses for a moment, closes his eyes, and then decides not to. This is not for me. This is for you. This and the bow will help you, Uka. It will help you remember the man that you once were.
Okay.
That was really good, actually.
It's like Adam.
wait, I thought he left.
Get VC on your cell phone, damn it. What I do.
This, however, is not the part of you that is most needed. The bow. The hammer will keep you grounded and free. The bow will be your conscience forgotten.
I remember my conscience. It's fine. As I roleplay for Adam.
That's fine, we do it for you. The llama, he bows to all of you, and Hustafar basically takes him to whatever nap time or his next meeting is.
Here's your Jello.
Pick
Bye.
flies after the Great Lama of Teb. And you are free to go. Donovan decides not to bring up the issue of having all the centaurs show up here.
We'll just let the situation solve itself. It'll work itself out. Besides, we got a lot of things on our minds right now.
Is that the party consensus?
That's what Lemmy's saying.
Yeah.
Emil's like, yeah, fuck it, we got a lot of things to do.
I'll Takar and tell them like, oh, we'll deal with some stuff, and by the time we get back, it'll work out.
Okay, we'll say that Donovan goes off to have a conversation with the monks, and we can go back to see what that conversation actually is. You linger in Teb for...
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we leave a huge giant rock that was placed there by Uker, carved into it, wait for me here. So they don't go off trying to use anything. How's that? That's proof enough that Uker was there. Maybe you can put Uker, you can put your fist in it or something. or hit it with your hammer. You got a hammer imprint. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So they'll know it's you.
Oh, they know where to go. They're going to come to the gate.
All right, fuck it. Let them deal with it then.
I say just let them through.
Donovan seems unsure, but just nods at what the party wants to do. He tells Uker the hammer will keep him grounded in who he is, and that the bow is his conscience forgotten. Alright, where are you guys going from here? You spend basically the morning and the afternoon in the temple. It's later in the day.
Let's head back to Dvergholm and craft that rod.
Okay, by way of what? How are you getting back?
Plane shift.
Plane shift right back to Dvergholm? Sure.
Well, yeah, we hop to Arthur Sate and then to Dvergholm.
Why do you need to go to Arthur Sate first?
Because this is on the material plane.
Yep. Good.
We're good. We get to... so I don't roll 100 because I have a 100% chance rod to Arthur Sate. I just roll for Vosgard, and 22, we're good.
Okay, let me just put you guys back at Dvergholm.
We appear in a cramped crapper.
You know, eventually that rod's gonna fail us, right?
Well, I'm aware of that, yeah. You better hope I have mythic points when that happens. I have more power when that happens.
Alright, so the group of you are back in Dvergholm. Kind of in the royal chamber areas in the underhome of the city.
Yep.
What now?
Well, let's start preparing to take out the Gnoll King. And if possible, craft a rod to that other world we were just where we were at. Where we're
Targos?
Targos?
Yep.
Okay, Targos. We've got material here. Lokrik, I'm not sure if...
Okay, so you're
I
gonna
hope it's enough.
go find Lokrik. Okay, Lokrik.
Yeah.
Lokrik is chatting with his sister, the regent, probably about what's transpiring.
Here are the assholes again. Yeah. When was the last time I cast weather, by the way? I assume I basically, Marty, from now on, basically whenever the weather's going down, I go around and pop a couple more.
I think you did it 2 days ago.
Okay.
Because Lokrik crafted the rod to immense 2 days ago.
I could do... I'll do more for farms. You know what? I'll do more for farms. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, you're asking Lokrik to craft a rod?
A rod for Targos.
Okay.
Targos.
A planar rod to Targos. Using the components. Let's see what his craft check is. Hey, King.
Hooker can give him a +5, I think.
Yeah, with the
Crafter's Fortune.
Temple
Crafter's
of...
Fortune,
It's called
yep.
the Temple of Teb, right?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
His knowledge planes is +13. Alright, so +18 with Uker's.
I can aid as well.
Do you have craft feats, though?
I have craft... I do have a craft. Give me a sec. Craft woodworking, carpentry.
For planar rod, probably not.
Damn it!
He gets a 24. Ooh.
Add a D8
Mythic
to that.
points.
Add a mythic point.
Yeah, I
God
guess
damn it!
he gets a 32. Okay, that's better. All right, he's got a 98% rod to
Nice.
and I guess to Targos, and I guess Lemmy is the one that holds it. So please add that to your sheet.
Yep. 98 material plane. 98%. Awesome.
Okay, how are you guys preparing? And I guess Lemmy spends day casting weather controlling spells.
Yeah, I do, and this is going to be mostly for farms. So,
Yep.
I don't think I've ever included Esclav, which by god damn it, I should be. So
All right. Well, Lemmy knows by now, by spending a day in Dvergholm, that most of the Esclav that were at all
outside there,
that followed you at all have made their way to Dvergholm. Dvergholm is busting at the seams. There's basically this people from surrounding area have come to Dvergholm.
oh, by the way, Marty, because I'm here, plants within I believe it's a mile radius are growing at twice the rate.
Yeah.
On top of plant growth.
2 times nothing, still nothing.
Oh, they're farming. They're farmers here.
Lemio's presence is quite powerful indeed. But yeah, no, you have not been casting your weather spells on the valleys and places where the Esclav were, only in the vicinity of Dvergholm, and that seems to have caused people to converge on Dvergholm. The population of these places where you're casting these spells is increasing,
exploding.
Yeah.
So, oh, for fuck's sakes, Marty, I'm gonna take this day. I am gonna take this day to make shelter.
Okay, so you're using ridiculous.
Shelters.
You're basically using your wall of stone spells to
Wall
create
of stones.
Okay.
Yep. So wall of stones are happening. Dvergholm,
a lot of the Esclav are also staying. You remember that little peaceful area where you said, here's where we
Yes.
trade.
Yeah.
That might be a good place to put the shelters.
There have been tons. I've been building tons of shelters there.
Okay.
I calculated, not calculated. It's in the party pages.
Yep. Because the dwarves really don't want you creating new structures within the upper city.
It wouldn't be within. No, it would be on the outside.
Okay.
On the outside, and where we had the friends place, I'll put another control weather there because I'm an ass for not putting one there. And the amount of spells that I can do for this is.
So Lemio is draining himself by casting just spell upon spell upon spell upon spell, and there's one point when you're flying around, Lemmy, that you glanced towards the grove, or at least in the direction of the grove where you created that tree.
Oh, the frigged up tree, yeah.
And you caught a vision of ravens pecking at something in the tree. And there was a brief flash of you, Lemmy, nailed to the tree almost like a crucifixion with ravens pecking out your eyes.
Would that be Odin sending me a message? Is it the same tree, Marty?
You were nailed to the tree that you created.
Oh.
You shouldn't have been able to see the tree from this distance. You're just flying around, but you got this sort of swarming vision and tunnel vision into the place with you nailed to your own tree.
That's Odin saying stop saving people.
Interpret it how you will.
I'm thinking that tree might be bad. Fuck you, gods. Be more specific. Lightning in the ground. Stop making homes, you a-hole.
Himself crucified to the warped tree.
It's like, no, Lemmy's not having this crap. Fight your own damn wars.
Okay, Lemio continues about his industrious business. Altagar, Azuldan, what did you guys do while... how are you guys preparing? Or resting?
Altagar is going to talk to the giant clan.
We need to
The
go and
slide
find
giants?
out where this place is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
And
need
just
to go
basically tell them, get ready for war.
In fact, you see that they're cranking out weapons, and some of them have been learning how to use Midwick's cannons.
This isn't Vergholm, right?
This is in Dvergholm.
Yeah, there's 20-some cannons in there.
This is Altagar's people, though. Like he's part slag giant, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does Altagar's family live in Dvergholm?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a reminder that I'm gonna check when the last time the book was used, and if it's been a year. The lexicon of Adam giants. The lexicon of giants has been used more than a year ago. We can use it again.
Grendar Haskrun. Your father's still alive. Where does he live?
He lives in Vergholm.
His father was the brother of Squall, leader of the clan of the Slag Giants. Okay, so you actually bump into your father.
Hey, Pop.
He looks up at you, and you can tell he's looking at your horns. He doesn't ask.
Yeah, so I got some interesting stories to tell you.
You share a quiet mug of spiced wine and some hearty bread, of which Altagar touches very little because he doesn't need to eat or drink.
Yeah.
And what do you share with Grendar?
So, I'm a king now, just so you know. But that don't change nothing. You're still my dad, so I loves you. But, yeah, king of the Furbolg and Fulmore, which is why I'm so friggin' weird looking. I'm getting used to the horns, so these are pretty neat. They're like my own personal crown, you know?
I'm proud of you, he says. He looks worried.
What's the matter?
Some of the other... And I guess they have a term for slag giant that doesn't sound so derogatory. Like there's a giant word for your race that I guess humans in common tongue kind of called slag, but one of the slag giants was working at the forge. He saw something in the fire, and yeah, you've never seen your dad so scared. He shouted a name of one of the deities, and then threw himself into the hot metal forge, headlong.
Fucking cert.
His eyes go wide.
Yeah, we're gonna get
with recognition. We hear his calls in our sleep. The blood of fire giants is in us.
I know. We're gonna try and find
His hand grasps like the top of your arm. You kind of like your pinky finger twitched a little bit. Like you're just so you've been fighting so much that
bam!
You saw it.
You know better than to do that. What are you doing?
You've been fighting so much, and he doesn't notice it, but Altagar does. Like he notices for a moment that you're kind of jumpy, but he grabs the top of your arm and he says, "He's coming."
I know, but I'm gonna stop.
He's older. He's older than, or just as old as an arm. He's always been something to fear.
Don't get me wrong. We're not taking this lightly. But we're more powerful now than I ever would have dreamed possible. Been killing dragons is nothing compared to what we've been doing recently. We killed the creatures, 150 foot tall. Well, sort of killed it, but anyway. That skinny little half elf there actually wounded a god. I mean, I don't think we should go back because I really think that long.
Your mother would be proud.
Thanks.
You are the best of both of our people.
I try to do proud, make you proud, you know. I'm just trying to do what's right. Save as many as we can. I'm not like them. Like some of the other guys, like Lemmy's got all that power. He can change the weather and save people like that. All I'm good for is punching things. I mean, I punch him really hard, but long run.
Do not dismiss the strength of giant blood that flows through your veins. Many things have been decided in the history of, well, the multiverse by might. What is different with you is that you are strong inside as well.
Oh, that reminds me. I am going to be fighting on behalf of King Lokrik for rulership of Osgard. You might want to come watch, you know. Cheer your little guy on.
Here's your invite. Ringside
Here's your
seats.
tickets, front row.
He nods.
You get a free popcorn.
Don't we? We'll get you some merchandise, shirt with my name on it. It'd be good.
Go Wild T. Sorry.
Everything's coming to a head very quickly. Used to be
Randomly
our big
werewolf, what's
concerns.
up?
What do we do about Grinseldic and her hill giants?
Hey, Husker
Now
fan.
she's turned into an afterthought.
You are your mother's son, he says. He's definitely making reference to you being half dwarven.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, Lokrik is a good king. He will make a good high king.
I think so. He's doing a pretty good job here.
I just don't see why that matters with what Cert has shown us.
Because if Cert comes here, we need the people of Osgard to be united, not at each other's throats. If we're at each other's throats, he picks us apart one by one. It's like it's easy to break a finger. It's harder to break a fist. And that fist hits a lot harder.
I wish I could bend a metal weapon for you, but long ago I realized that you are a weapon.
Yeah, I just use this thing here to get a little bit more reach, you know.
Oh, I know. I helped a little bit with Lokrik's crafting.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice. I'm very fond of this thing.
Yeah, Midwick built them a bunch of cannons. Something like, how many? 24? Something like that?
25.
It's 25. I made a couple of different cannons. Give me a sec. I'll get there. It's in Dverg home sheet.
There's a whole cannoning unit of gear.
Yep.
Yeah. And the idea is simple. If you can get a bunch of strong enough people, well, actually, never mind. You can actually teleport around with the cannons if you have strong enough people.
Because you pick them up and you teleport.
Pick them up, you just teleport.
Oh, dude. One big beam that you put all the cannons on that Uker picks up.
Oh, just build a bombard. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say those things as a DM.
Yep.
The neutral thing. there's a yeah.
Verghome.
Okay, so Altagar has a good chat with his
25
dad.
cannon, 5 fireworm cannons.
The slag giants have your back, like they support you.
Okay.
While King Lokrik is their king, they are impressed that you are becoming king of giant races.
I still want to find Grin Seldick and just still want to do that. I know it's
Yeah,
way
it's
on the back of the list now.
Lemmy's it's still on Lemmy's list. Like, oh, her.
She's turned into this afterthought of hill giants, right? Those things that we used to be afraid of.
Have you ever brought that up, like, in front of anybody else in the party?
No, because Altagar is very much. Well, we got other things to worry about that are bigger. So
there are people who could probably knock that problem out in a couple of days if you let the right people know.
Probably 2 days. 2 days tops.
One day of just scrying.
There she is. You guys ready? Bam, boom, bam. Done.
All right, so let's back up a moment. Donovan had a conversation with some of the monks. What did you want to tell them about the centaurs that were coming? None of the other party members wanted, like, they just said, well, it'll all work itself out. That's pretty much what they
bunch
said.
Of dicks. You're horrible house guests.
no, we're fine. It's the centaurs that are coming. They're gonna
the llama did say some things of importance to Uker, though. He said that he inspected the hammer. He told that the hammer will keep Uker grounded in who he is, and that the bow is his conscience forgotten. And then Mark roleplayed for you and said your conscience was fine, thanks. It's all good.
Did anybody do like the
No.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
No snap, son.
You guys returned to Verghome. Lokrik crafted a planar rod. Let me spend some day creating shelters and casting weather controlling spells, and Altagar had a heartfelt talk with his dad.
Okay.
We now have a 98% rod to Talus.
Donovan is going to try to convince the monks. Well, first he's going to inform the monks that the Targosians are raising an army to follow Gezer.
What do you mean convince them?
I'm not going to. Well, sorry.
He's telling them.
I'm going to. That part is being told to them.
Sure.
What he's going to convince them is that he's trying to make certain that a war doesn't start between the humans here and the centaurs. Like, he doesn't want the centaurs sieging the city, and he thinks it might be the best way to do that would be to convince people of the city to just let the centaurs through the gate.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check as you're talking to whom? The Chamberlain, the llama, the...
I would either Hustafa or the llama.
Okay, Hustafa you have access to, the llama's busy.
Of course he is. Donovan doesn't get offended by... The child llama does not offend Donovan's sensibilities in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
His king is a tree, so it's not that...
Child, part elf, part tree.
It's the same thing.
It's gotta be something.
Everybody's gotta be a thing. 79.
What the fuck? 70? Did you mythic point that? Is that why it's plus 60?
Yeah, I mythic pointed that one.
Okay.
So basically, I'm trying to convince them that the ripples ahead are for the greater good and to not try to destroy the Targosians.
Yeah, he basically reiterates that as long as they respect the peace in the temple, then they don't have any right to stop the Targosians. Like, if the Targosians want to use the gate, they can.
Okay.
Like, and Donovan starts to realize that the Targosians rule this place, not the monks of the Temple of Teb. The monks of the Temple of Teb were spared
Oh.
by Gezar and his generals.
Could I get some information about the slave thing that I heard about from these people?
You should have done that when. I guess you could ask the monks. Sure, give me a diplomacy check to gather info.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask the Targosians about their slaves. I'm going to ask the other people. Oh, it's a great idea. 46.
Yeah, the people that live in the temple at Teb and the surrounding lands, like that are controlled by the temple, are spared the fate of war captives. As per the agreement.
How long ago was the war and the agreement?
A few hundred years.
Gezar's been dead for hundreds, right?
Yep.
Like, longer than that. Humans and their politics. The short-lived races. Things get so confusing. How many slaves?
This place was holy to Gezar. When the centaurs retook over Gezaria, basically, they managed to make peace.
How many slaves would they estimate? Or do they just say lots, many, or few, or
2 to 3 times the numbers of the centaurs?
Okay, so we've seen 5,000 centaurs. It means there's got to be at least 50 to 500,000 centaurs. So we're talking at least 2 or 3 million slaves, something like that. And that's if everybody was. So it's millions. It's millions.
They suspect that there's about 1 million or 2 centaurs on Targos.
Yeah. So this is, it's
They spread out because they're really nomadic.
So there's an Ontario of slaves. There's
there are free folk out there. They say that Gezaria was big.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. The more you know.
Time for perhaps this is the start of a new era.
Back in Dvergholm, and Donovan's chewing on that information. Altagar comes back. He seems to be. He seems to have a little bit of a softer face, is what people with the crazy sense motives catch.
Yep.
Lemio returns.
So, we break tooth, we get the bow, or we something else. Lemmy, you need to turn on your microphone.
Son of a bitch! Well, if if we're gonna go and fight something else that's scared other gods, we might get powerful. Let's go and get powerful weapons like your bow. Let's start there. Then go get the tooth. And then go get Crucible. Also, we remember the lexicon of giants, the giant kind lexicon, the one we read from for a day and all got stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Is it ready to do its thing again? Because we've got new people with us now. We'll be able to benefit from it. This thing, I think it was once a year. I've been looking in the journal. I couldn't find it anywhere. Once a year, I think it's up to 8 people or so can read from it for 24 hours, and they get +2 bonus to strength.
The easiest way to titrate this information.
Oh, you're talking
giant
about the lexicon of giant kind that you got that you
Giant
stole
lexicon.
from Grenseldek, who seems to be coming
the
up.
word stole. Why would you stick that there?
It's
That's
called
not the right word.
acquire.
It's
Acquire.
liberate. We liberated.
Yeah,
Found.
once per year, there's a special ceremony that costs 5,000 gold pieces of incense that targets up to 8 creatures and grants them a +2 inherent bonus to their strength. So, ceremony of strength,
So-
maybe?
Galeth has it, so that means that we could use that as a date.
Or we could look at the history of all our pages and see when we added inherent bonus to strength.
No, I like mine with it better because I only have to look up one thing in the journal that
Yeah. Well, it's been at least 6 months. We know that, right? From our downtime. I think it's very close, if not right on.
So this was Grenseldek's...
We can look at when we got the treasure, Grenseldek's treasure. So this is when we killed, what's her name? The one with the well on her
It
head.
was
The well hat.
Beavertown.
Chief
Chief Guh.
It was
when we
Chief Guh,
killed Chief
right,
Guh.
okay.
So after we killed her, it's very close to that.
You slew Chief Guh on 27th of Holly. Did you do this after you visited the Norns?
No, this was before because Remy was there.
Got it.
Yes, right. So before Remy left.
No, Remy got it.
Remy was in the group. Yep.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Okay, so we'll say the 30th of Holly.
Okay.
Let me see if how many.
I think that's been a year then. Because I think Ivy's after Holly. Or am I confused? Yeah, no, Holly, Hazel, Vine, Ivy.
Yeah, it's been a year.
So
In a year? Let's
use
do
it again. It takes
Do
a
it.
week, doesn't it?
Takes
It takes
24 hours.
24 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
So which 8
Does
creatures are you
Azzy have
targeting?
it? Azzy doesn't have it.
Azzy was dead.
Yeah,
So,
so Azzy, Midwick, Donovan, Danekinder missed out, so he's like he wants to get back in that. Altagar,
Altegard
Altagar was there.
have it. What,
Okay,
Altegar
so-
was there?
For the ceremony of strength?
yeah.
The +2 inherent bonus?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so this time I'm going to call it the Ritual of Strength from the Lexicon of Giant Kind, and maybe put in the journal. Ivy the 5th is when you do this, and I'll find the actual year.
This was the ceremony you did after your festival of strength, right?
No. What was it after the Festival of Strength?
Or at the festival of strength or something.
No, this was before, way
was before
before
then.
the Festival of Strength.
Oh, well then Altagar was not there.
Well, Altegar has it. Inherent +2.
Yeah, he has an inherent +2 because he was there for something like that.
That was the thing. That something is the thing.
All
It
right.
was part of a big downtime fold.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay, so I will make a note of last time used in the lexicon. Just right at the I guess at the top.
We never did the research to figure out if we could find a way to make these things stack.
So Ivy the 19th.
we-
17th, 16th.
Do we
here?
want to do Locrick's cousin?
We've got 4. We've got
Locrick has his inherent
Azzy,
bonus.
Donovan, Midwick, Danekinder. Who else?
Here, I'm going to take a washroom break while you guys figure out who gets it.
What are the other 4
Build
people?
me a list, please.
What about our other guys? Ugashug? Does Ugashug already have it?
They're not even around. They're not around.
Okay.
Ugashug's returned home.
Ukashug's on a boat. They're on the flying ship. Okay, so Donovan, Midwick, Azildan, because we'll get you a new bow that's better.
And
And by that I mean we're going to upgrade your bow with a little bit more strength.
I don't think you can just upgrade it like that, can you?
yeah,
You can.
Dane Kinder. Midwick could do that for you.
I think it's the gold piece of the base weapon though, so it'll take like days to upgrade.
Yeah, but I think it's like you either have create a masterwork item like when you create it, or you have to make a brand new one. I might be wrong, but I don't think you can add tension to a bow.
Yeah, you should be able to. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get it done.
Okay.
Or we'll find somebody with the same bow, with a +8 or a +4 strike.
Yeah.
Beat them up. We'll smack them over the head, swap the bows, and run away. All right. So you want Dane Kinder?
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have like familiars or anything like that?
Nope.
I've got an intelligent cloak, but it doesn't even have a strength score. You've got a +2 enhancement bonus to that strength score that doesn't do anything. I would.
Okay, let's take a quick gander here.
I would say important people at Dvergholm.
How is the list faring? Who's getting the +2?
I would like to get. I'd like to get an important. Let me like to bring an important gnome from. What's it called? Arthur Sate. Bring one of the important gnomes, like a warrior gnome or something. It's aside, but I mean, we really don't have anybody other. I mean, there's Ugashug and Slobbers.
Kjarn.
Ugashug's not around.
Yeah, we can go get them in like literally 12 seconds.
Ugashug is captaining the boat right now, which is parked outside of Dvergholm.
Oh, yeah. By the way, the thing to them is go kill as many wolves as you can find.
Okay.
What do you guys think of that? Because they're going to be coming back.
I think you told them to go scout around.
Go help people,
No.
scout, help people, and bring people, and shit like that.
So we need one more. And gnome of some sort. Gnome question. Well, what about Gemadri?
Sure.
Okay. We've got.
But the strength
8
doesn't
people.
add the strength doesn't add hair, does it?
Sure does.
You got a mustache. Oh, damn.
The baby just bursts from her belly like.
Like a scene from Alien.
Baby comes out. Ah! Hey, would the baby get a +2?
You could do the baby. I don't know how the baby performs rituals. Eat this juice.
Well, the ritual is performed, and I guess incense is burned, and you could subject the child to it if you wanted.
Probably not a good idea.
I'm envisioning
Not a
the
good
performance in a way that's not appropriate for the stream, just as a...
Baby
Not a
rattles
good
throwing
idea.
across the room.
Let's just go with the mother right now. Let's just do mother.
Oh, the nipples.
What kind of baby is that? Right, baby.
All right,
so Donovan, Midwick, Azalin, Dane Kinder, Ugashug, Slobbers, Locrick's sister, and Gemadri.
Okay, can you paste that in the journal?
I will paste it in the journal as I have spelt it.
Got it. Adam spelling.
I'm adding the bonus
Understood.
to Ugashug.
Yeah, Zildan got it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Zildan got
PCs
it.
that were missing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you guys spend a day doing that.
We also why the hell are we scouting on where we're going to be fighting? We need to know who the hell is there. They're wizards. They're shaman. Seriously, is this the first time you guys go on a raid? This is Midwick, like,
Don't get to talk back now.
what the hell, guys?
What do we...
Oh, subtract
Yeah.
the 5,000 somewhere from spell components or from money, gear.
What? Well, I'll go subtracted.
Yeah. Because that is significant.
Mm-hmm.
You spelled their names all right.
Geometry is the one that I'm like, I don't know. It's probably some stupid elf or gnome way of spelling that.
XYFK.
Perfect.
You just don't know how to read.
All right.
All right, it's the 5th of Ivy.
Okay.
You perform the ceremony. On the 6th of Ivy, what are you guys doing?
Marty, can I check on Gemadri to see how far along she is?
She's with you right there.
Yes,
That
yes,
ceremony.
I know. That's. I wanna just like, okay, 2 months. Let me
she's
remember to be back in 2
doing
months.
Well, yeah, she told you to be back in 2 months. This was me just basically guessing without actually doing the math.
Well, who knows how
Funny.
long gnomes gestate? Gnomes don't
Yeah,
even know how
well,
long gnomes gestate.
Lemmy should know.
It's random.
It's
I mean,
soon.
did you see the Pathfinder entry for gnome? They would be random. They're chaos beings.
It's soon.
It's soon.
Yep.
For frig's sakes. Oh wait, I can create. Oh, for crying out loud! I'm creating a what do you call it? A token for her, so that she can summon me.
When your child is born. Cool.
Yes, this is a.
Yes, your child.
There's got to be a spell.
Why
to
does
alter
my
the
baby have
DNA.
green hair? Because you love trees.
'Cause you love trees, you
It's
little.
called Refuge.
Refuge, yep. So refuge, there's two things. Either the token lets the person who's using it go to a specific spot.
Or it summons the creator
Yeah,
too.
you can alter the spell when casting it so that it transports you to within 10 feet of the possessor of the item when it's broken and on command.
We now have given Marty a very valid way of screwing us at some point.
I can't
Right
help
when
but,
we need him.
but smile.
Let
at
me
this.
know!
All right, so I'm gonna make a note that
So this is
Lemio
something.
spends quality time with Gemma Dree.
Now
he
you will have a general idea of the
gifts
location and
her-
situation of the item possessor at the time the refuge spell is discharged.
He gives her a reverse refuge token. A calling
Summon Lemmy.
refuge token.
Yep.
She is overwhelmed.
Yeah, as soon as that baby's born, I'm breaking that thing.
And you appear beside yourself.
She agrees to use it when the child is born.
I'm assuming she would also like maybe use it if, say, she was getting violently murdered or something.
Sure. That her mind doesn't immediately go there.
But some of the other people might,
This is done privately, so no one else has a chance to.
Yeah. Marty, I do want to scry on our good friend Remy.
Okay, well, Gemma Dree, when you're spending quality time with her, wants to go visit the temple to see the dwarven gods.
Sure. Okay. All right.
She's interested in, having the blessings of these deities, or she knows you spend a lot of time with this dwarven king. That might be the the reason why she's interested. So Lemmy ends up being pretty busy that day when Gemma Dree is in town. I'm assuming you send her back to Arthur Sate, or are you keeping her here in Dvergholm?
No, send her to Arthur Sage.
Okay.
So if they're doing a ritual that takes a day,
Yep.
Ukar's going to go for a swim.
Got it.
Hold on. This thing. That thing will only work if I'm on an outer plane, though.
What is?
The token. It won't work. It has to be on the same plane.
Why?
Well, that's the nature of the spell.
No, we said that this can cross planar boundaries. No, sorry. On any distance in the same plane. Yeah. This
Yeah.
won't work if you're on an outer plane.
No. Arthur Sate isn't a material plane. It's an outer plane. She's an Arthur Sate.
Oh, you're right.
So I'd have to be on an
She'd
outer
have to
plane.
leave Arthur Sate for the birthing.
She'd have to leave Arthur Sate, crack it, and like.
Nobody should be birthed in a place that doesn't have high-level magic. Nobody.
So where should I have our child, she says.
If you know what's coming, well, you should know what's coming. Just step off the island on a boat and use it, and I should be there.
I'm not going on a boat ride if the child is on the way.
Boat ride, just. Fuck.
I should go wherever I need to go now, Lemmy, she says. Could I go to Yggdrasil? Is Stemaglen still around? The gnome said that it shouldn't have collapsed yet.
I'll go and check. I plane shift to Yig.
Okay, you're bringing her with you?
No. No. I'm not bringing her with me.
So this is actually on the next day you're doing this,
Sure.
because 24 hours you're probably hanging out with Gemadri while they perform the ceremony.
Altagar and let's see, Azzy, would you like to come along? Just to go and see if Stemaglen is still there or not.
Sure.
Why sorry,
not?
Uker and Azzy. There we go.
Uker's gone swimming.
Damn it, Uker!
Oh, come on now. As he's still your friend. Pat you on the head.
And then does he wipe his hand off to...
It's a little greasy, you should look into that.
Okay. Lemio does a quick jaunt to using a mythic point, I'm assuming, so you don't appear hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stemaglen has contracted quite a lot, but there's still space inside of it.
Okay, so we're good. How much space at this rate?
It is now centered mostly around the central building where the druids held court. It is a lonely-looking building. The entrance to the Pocket Grove deposits you almost right into the court.
No,
area.
I don't want you here.
Okay.
I want you in Arthur Sate. It's
So
more.
you go back and then have this conversation.
Or he's talking to
I
Azzy. I don't want you here.
I don't want you. I don't want you
we
there.
were friends.
There's no protection. There's no life. It's closing, and I don't know how it might close before you're ready, and I don't know who else has access to it.
Then
I'm not risking you.
I'll send one of the brave lads out in a boat to break the token, and you can come to Arthur's Side.
It'll only work for you. Wait. Let me.
Before I say
that.
Why do you lie?
I can alter this one. I need to transfer to you. Then check the possessor. No other creatures. Other affected. I think it's only usable by her. Because when you create this refuge token, you create
Make
it for
use
a
of
person.
the item. The subject speaks command word at the same time it breaks the item.
Word.
The transportation doesn't work for anyone else.
It works for you.
This will definitely work.
When you cast a spell, you create purple magic. We will give the willing creature the same time before. You must give it willingly to a creature at the same time. Okay. I thought it was specific to a person. So the one I have for Altagar can't be used by anybody else, for example. I was pretty sure. I have to read it again because I remember that specifically. But sure, if I don't find it, then
does
that's
have
the
this
way.
line. Once the item is so enhanced, you must give it willingly to a creature, and at the same time inform it of the command word to be spoken when the item is used.
It means the person has to be there.
To make use of the item, the subject speaks the command word at the same time, and that it